7 years ago, at one of the most vulnerable periods in my life, I hired a man named Brad Trowbridge, who was acting like a lawyer and defrauded me. Brad's actions led to me losing my children and are part of a snowball effect of what happens when you're the victim of corruption that's still isolating me now and keeping me from working, supporting myself, and having access to the society I used to be welcomed in. That's what corruption does. It's just very hard to be a victim of corruption in America because people aren't used to it yet. On March 10th, 2020, according to an affidavit or an attestation by my ex-husband's attorney under penalty of perjury, he sent Brad Trowbridge what's called a petition for rule to show cause, or PRTSC. On March 20, 2020, Brad Trowbridge received an email from the court telling him there was a court postponement. So maybe if he had forgotten that had been served. On April 15th, 2020, I happened to email Brad Trowbridge, and referring to COVID lockdowns, I said, "I'm personally quite pleased no motions are being filed right now. A nice break." And on that same date, Brad Trowbridge wrote back, "Yes, unfortunately, it took a pandemic to stop Peter's legal abuse of you." On April 20, 2020, Brad Trowbridge received an email from the court about a postponement. He did not tell me I was being sued, and he did not tell me about a court date. On July 6, 2020, there appears to have been a status hearing. Judge Johnson on this date entered an order of continuance stating the court being advised on the premises, which I'm a lay person, but I think that means the people told me in court. They didn't send me a letter. So there was a status hearing. And by agreement of counsel in this order, it says, which means both attorneys agreed that the case was continued. So this suggests to me that Brad Trowbridge was actually at this status hearing. He had not told me that he was going to court in my case, and he had still not told me I was being sued. I also learned that postcards had been sent from the court to me informing me about postponed court dates. Now, if I had received it, there were 3 sent in all. If I had received one of them, I would have known that I had a court date. And if I had known I'd had a court date, I would have asked Brad Trowbridge more specific questions, like, why am I supposed to go to court? But the reason I didn't receive them is because someone changed my mailing address.